We start with a tragic story out of North Idaho. The Moscow Police Department says officers found the body of a young Boise man this morning.
Huddy, hey.
The body of 19-year-old Hudson Lindau of Boise was found in Paradise Creek near College Avenue in Moscow this morning.
Right here is the Paradise Creek, and May 1st, 2022, a 19-year-old University of Idaho student, Hudson Lindau.
The university doesn't want us to know that something is deeply wrong in this town. It seems that anyone who uncovers the truth becomes a target, no matter who they are. There's a secret that must be kept, and certain people will go to great lengths to ensure it stays hidden. There's something strange happening in this small town. Looking back at past cases, I realize it has been going on for a long time. If you have seen my Sorority series, you'll notice that many cases in this town are quickly labeled as having no foul play or given very little public information. Personally, I believe this is intentional, not just to avoid compromising investigations, but to keep things secret, ensuring that the average person remains unaware and doesn't question it, not even family or friends. In a small, low-profile town like this, it's easier for serious crimes to go unnoticed. One particular case involved Hudson Lindau, a Boise native and University of Idaho student, majoring in environmental studies, and an avid skier who was believed to know how to swim. On May 1st, 2022, just 6 months before the Idaho forced lanes, it was reported that 19-year-old Hudson left a fraternity party in Moscow, Idaho, and allegedly walked nearly 7 miles before falling into a frozen creek. A toxicology report conducted by Kathy Mabbitt revealed the blood alcohol content of 0.17. When this incident was first reported on Sunday, the following Monday afternoon, police announced that no cause of death had been determined and that they did not suspect foul play. Later, they ruled his death an accidental drowning. At first glance, hearing the story without seeing the area might lead one to think it was a tragic accident. But when you see the location and consider that an avid skier who knew how to swim is believed to have drowned there, it gets very chilling.
And welcome to the Sunday News at 10. I'm Doug Petcash. We start with a tragic story out of North Idaho. The Moscow Police Department says officers found the body of a young Boise man this morning. The body of 19-year-old Hudson Lindau of Boise was found in Paradise Creek near College Avenue in Moscow this morning. The Moscow Police Department says they responded to reports of a body in the creek around 11:30 this morning. The investigation is ongoing, but police say foul play is not suspected.
Before discussing Hudson, it's important to note that he wasn't the first University of Idaho student found dead in unusual circumstances. In 2013, Joseph Whiterick, a student from Haley, Idaho, was discovered under the Paradise Creek Bridge. Joseph had been at a fraternity party that night, but never made it home. When police arrived, they stated that they did not suspect foul play and believed he had died from hypothermia after freezing to death beneath the bridge. Fast forward to 2022 with the case of Hudson Lindau. Like Joseph Whiterick, Hudson left the fraternity party and was later found dead in Paradise Creek, though his cause of death was ruled as drowning. After reviewing the creek's water records, the depth ranged from a maximum of 4 feet to as shallow as a few inches. Hudson, who stood taller than 4 feet and was known to be a strong swimmer, seemed unlikely to drown in such shallow water.
Of November 13th, 2022. But I also want to talk about another individual. Right here is the Paradise Creek, and May 1st, 2022, a 19-year-old University of Idaho student, Hudson Lindau, was found dead right here, May 1st, Sunday. Authorities were called out here about 11:30, 11:28 a.m. And Hudson Lindo was found here. Right here. Now, at the time, police said no foul play. But what really happened? Hudson Lindo from Boise was a student. Another student died. And we'll just take you up. I mean, is this a place where somebody would commit suicide? Think somebody put a body down here? You know, other university students involved, other people involved. Just throwing it out there.
Digging further, I found that Hudson was a member of Sigma Chi and was friends with Ethan Chapin.
Huddy. Huddy. Hey.
Following his death, friends from Sigma Chi posted hotline numbers on their social media, implying he may have taken his own life, despite the coroner ruling it accidental. This raises questions. What are they trying to hide? Who's correct? And what did Hudson know that they didn't want others to find out? Hudson was remembered as a good guy who cherished his family and friends. His family created an Instagram post that read, "Love like Hudson," highlighting his infectious goofiness and warmth. The photo shared by his friends appears to have been taken before his death. And upon closer inspection, you can see the Idaho roommate's home in the background. It's indeed strange that two accidental deaths occurred in the same area, both involving individuals leaving a fraternity party late at night. Chief James Fry investigated both cases, and Kathy Mabbitt served as a coroner for each incident. I don't think this is a coincidence. In Latah County, the requirements to become a coroner are quite minimal. One must be a citizen, a resident of the county, and at least 21 years old. That's all. Therefore, anyone they are willing to elect will likely go along with the program, reinforcing a cycle where questions about accountability and transparency remain unaddressed. There's something peculiar about the 911 call made to the Idaho home on November 13, 2022. When the report was for an unconscious person, although it was actually for death.
Why did the two roommates in the morning call the police about an unconscious person when there was apparently a bloodbath in their home?
Kathy Mabbitt quickly disclosed the blood alcohol content of the two students who died in Paradise Creek. Yet when it came to the Idaho 4 roommates, she claimed that such information wouldn't provide any clues about the case. This statement was met with pushback from a former medical examiner who emphasized that a toxicology report could reveal the victim's state of mind, especially if they had allegedly left the bar. The former examiner raised a critical question. What if someone had slipped something into their drinks to disorient them? It's notable that both Joseph and Hudson, who were fraternity members, left fraternity parties shortly before their deaths. Similarly, on the night of the Idaho 4 slayings, Bethany Funk reported seeing Ethan and Xana at the Sigma Chi fraternity house. Tragically, shortly after leaving, they also ended up dead. This pattern suggests a troubling connection to the fraternity house, challenging the notion about these organizations upholding a positive brotherhood image. With Scott Green, a Greek member, serving as president, there's an implication that they feel untouchable due to their connections, leading to a lack of fear regarding prosecution or repercussions for their actions. If this behavior continues unchecked, more lives may be at risk. As I will discuss in my next video, there appears to be a long-standing conflict at the University of Idaho, marked by multiple parties and years of violence on both sides. Stay tuned for more on this critical issue. It's Casper West here, signing out.